Voltron was a hit in the 80s, and through nostalgia and a reboot, its second life is underway. But how do you know if a cartoon will withstand the scrutiny of time? Well, 1, if people continue to talk about it across all media and social groups, and 2, if it's constantly referenced in other cartoons. Hey guys, I'm Adrian with channel Frederator, and let's form up and see what shoutouts the show has received in Voltron references in pop culture. Other cartoons. Cartoon lovers love, guess what? Other cartoons, so it's no surprise when some of our favorite animated works bleed into each other. Here are some award-winning cartoons that pay tribute to the supreme robot who is loved by good and feared by evil. In Season 3, Episode 6 of the Adult Swim classic Home Movies, the rift between the sci-fi convention and the Renaissance Fair converges violently. If you look really closely when the nerd battle ensues, right between the two tribes in the back, you can see 5 kids form up to create Voltron. I'm sure the Ren kids' catapult weren't nearly enough, but A for effort. The forming up of Voltron is a famous moment in animation and continues to be parodied in more recent shows. The Family Guy episode No Meals on Wheels in Season 5 is another example. Peter opens a restaurant called Big Pete's House of Munch and pleads to his friend Joe to bring by some of his friends to help boost the image of the place. Peter thinks that Joe is going to bring up his cool cop friends and turn the restaurant into a local cop hangout, but all of Joe's friends turn out to be handicapped like him. When Peter angrily kicks Joe and his friends out, they come back after forming the Crippletron and destroy the restaurant. I'm not sure if this is empowering or distasteful, but it's still a nod in the direction of the Lions. In the Nickelodeon version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, there's a group that calls themselves the Super Robo Mecha Force 5, which is pretty dang similar to the main man. There's also a pilot named Dr. Blip that looks exactly like Pidge, our personal favorite. They also feature a princess, and I swear if they say the word Zarkon again, there might be a lawsuit.
Not for 10,000 Zarkon crystals!
In the cartoon C-Lab 2021, its Season 3 episode I, Robot Really has 5 of its crew members become robots with mice controlling their bodies from within. This seems like it wouldn't be that much of a wink to Voltron until the crew members are shown in actual Voltron flight suits shouting, "Go, Mousetron!" This was entertaining even if you've never seen Voltron, but those of us in the know definitely had the biggest laughs. Not all references to Voltron are so in your face. Some are very subtle and take a keen eye or ear to notice. In a 2-part South Park episode called Imagination Land, you can spot Voltron in the background as a citizen of Imagination Land. Subtle, but it's there. Another sneaky reference to Voltron can be found in Dexter's laboratory in the final episode of Season 2. Dexter, along with his family, have to fight a monster in Tokyo by combining their vehicles into one massive mech. We wouldn't necessarily think Voltron right out, but Dexter uses a key resembling the key to initiate Voltron. Know what other show gave a nod to Voltron? That's right, the Fairly Odd Parents threw in a quick reference in the episode Smarty Pants. He and Cosmo play an intense game of Crash Nebula. He's talking so fast that you might have missed it, but Timmy says he's going to activate Zarkon's principle of thrusting in order to break the space-time continuum. A direct shout out to the king of Planet Doom in Voltron. Robot Chicken creator Seth Green might have been a Voltron fan because references to the show have appeared in not one, but 2 of his projects. In the Robot Chicken episode Nutcracker Suite, the segment You Got Robo Served is a parody in which Voltron faces against Robeasts in an old-school dance battle. Later, Seth Green played the evil Gibson GIBBS GIBERSTEIN in Titan Maximum, a series about 5 dysfunctional heroes and their Voltron-style robot who band together to stop Green's character from destroying the universe. Among other sci-fi stories, Voltron is heavily referenced throughout the show, cause why not? It's Voltron. Movies and TV. It's not just cartoons that pay homage to Voltron. The Mega Mecha finds his way into the big screen and our TV sets in way more than just animation. One way is the hit TV show Lost. In the Season 2 episode Fire Plus Water, Charlie, played by Dominic Monaghan, has vivid flashbacks from Christmas in the 80s. And guess what toy his brother gets as a Christmas present? Yep, Voltron! How much do you think that toy's worth still in box? As of this video, a vintage toy similar to Voltron goes for around $300 on eBay. That's an expensive Christmas. Voltron doesn't just live on small screens. It made its film debut in 1988 in the highly underrated movie, in our humble-ish opinion, Vice Versa. It's a fun movie where Judge Reinhold switches bodies with a kid played by a young Fred Savage. There's a particular scene in which the adult, who's actually a kid, is speaking with the kid, who's actually an adult, in a living room. The whole time that's going on, the adult kid is playing with a large remote-controlled Voltron toy. I want that toy. Rap battle. So enough identifying with our Generation Y fans out there, let's identify with the millennials. Voltron is in a lot of rap. Yep, so our goal by the end of this video is to have Voltron and a dope rhyme in your head. In the 2003 hit song by P. Diddy, Murphy Lee, and Nelly called Shake Your Tail Feather, Voltron got a lyrical shout out with the line,
You know that disconnect like Voltron.
Makes sense since these artists grew up around the 80s. Chameleonaire's song Let 'Em Know from the album mixtape Messiah Part 2 goes harder than a robotic arm with lyrics like,
got everybody staring at the car components. It looked like Voltron with the doors, don't it?
That must have been an incredibly sweet ride. Looks like Slim Shady was also a fan since Eminem had the second verse of his song Just Don't Give a F dedicated to Voltron with the lyrics,
This is lyrical combat, gentlemen hold your pistols, but I form like Voltron and blast you with my soda missiles.
Busta Rhymes also gave a second verse shoutout in his song Everything Remains Raw. In the song he says,
On and on and on. You won't understand when I form Voltron.
and he's right. I don't fully understand, but maybe one day I will. Let's not stop there. Voltron was given a nod by Warren G in the song This DJ. They mention our beloved robust robot in the second verse, citing
Verse 2. Now what should I do? Catch the bus to Cal State or chill with the Voltron crew?
That's right, Voltron crew. Seems like an easy decision to me. School or Voltron? Voltron, no contest. Last but not least, the rapper ROYCE the 5'9" compared his rap group Slaughterhouse to Voltron in the song Sound Off, saying,
We are outfit equivalent to Voltron.
which pretty much means that he and his boys come together and fight using their rhymes. And finally, video games. Let's start off by lamenting that there's no actual Voltron video game. Yet. Get on it, gaming companies. Other games have picked up the slack and given Voltron fans what they want. Some references. On the Nintendo GameCube title Gotcha Force, an action third-party shooter in which you collect playable toys, there's a particular character named Gold Hero who has a resemblance to our giant main mech. His helmet looks a lot like a lion and he carries a blazing sword. Sound familiar? The moves that he uses to fight are similar to Voltron, especially when he calls for his blazing sword. And if you want to see a hero that looks even more like Voltron than Gold Hero, check out Cyber Machine Suzaku. There's also a character called the Borg Victory King near the end of the game. He's not that similar to Voltron, but he has a Gatling gun that shoots from his legs and his nickname is Voltron. There's also a Voltron character as a playable fighter in the game Super Robot Wars W. The mech, GOLION, was redesigned to fit the game's style, but it's definitely the same GOLION from the animated series. You can see a member of the Voltron crew cheer when your foes are defeated. Once again, I'm Adrian and thanks for watching Voltron references in pop culture. Now when someone says that they need a little more Voltron in their lives, you can tell them where to look. Do you know any other giant mech sightings that we haven't mentioned here? Comment down below and let us know. Don't forget to click that bell icon to become part of the notification squad. We upload videos every day, so remember to subscribe to channel Frederator. And remember, Frederator loves you.